All right, how much does directional drilling business insurance cost? My name is Nate Jones. I'm the owner CEO of Wexford Insurance. We insure over 150 directional drilling companies across the nation outside of Alaska and Hawaii. So we're super familiar with your industry. We work with tons of contractors just like you. So if you clicked on this video wondering how much it's going to cost for this type of business insurance, we got you hooked up. We work with tons of insurance companies that love to insure companies in this niche. A lot of agencies don't have access to these insurance companies because they don't focus on directional drilling and dirt moving contractors. So that's all we do all day long. We have a great sales team. So real quick, if you do want to quote, link in the bio, phone number in the bio, give us a call or fill out the request a quote button and we'll get on it right away. Okay, so let's go through this. The main coverages that a directional drilling company needs for business insurance is general liability, commercial auto, work comp, equipment, and an umbrella. So the big five: GL, equipment, work comp, auto, umbrella. Okay, so let's go through that. General liability, I'm going to talk about a startup all the way up to where you're scaling and how much that would cost. For a startup, for you and maybe two other people, a crew, directional drilling crew, maybe 150,000 in payroll for those two workers, not counting you as the owner. You are included, but we're not going to count that payroll because there's an owner minimum payroll, so it's not counted against you, okay? So for a small crew, we see minimum premiums in good states, like I would say conservative states like Indiana, Iowa. Those are around $1,000 to $1,200, and then in states that are higher risk like Texas, Florida, Colorado, and California, maybe around $2,000 to $2,500. So depending where you're located, general liability is anywhere from $1,000 to $2,500 for a startup. As you continue to scale, obviously that premium kind of goes up pro rata basis, okay? But let's just talk about a small crew here. All right, so as you scale up, and let's say we need a workers' compensation policy for those two employees. If they get hurt and they get hurt on the job, workers' compensation is going to cost around similar to the general liability because it is higher risk. You're on the side of the road. You can get hurt easier. So I would say for about 100, 150,000 in payroll, you're looking at about 1,000 to 2,000, sometimes more in some other states that have higher risk work comp laws. So far, let's just be conservative here. We're around 3,000 for the year for general liability and work comp. For the auto, we're going to be looking at anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500 for a light duty truck, all the way up to $2,500 for a heavy truck with trailers and everything. So let's just conservatively add another $2,000. So now we're at $5,000 for the year. And then if we add equipment policy for that $200,000 directional drill, maybe a skid steer, maybe some other equipment, we're going to look at around $700 to $1,000. So all in, if I was going to be conservative with you, I would say you're going to pay around $6,000 to $8,000 just for those four main coverages. The umbrella for another $1 million, $2 million, sometimes $5 million, we're looking at $1,000 to $2,000. So conservatively, if you're looking at your business, you're going to be doing about $400,000 to $500,000, maybe $200,000 in payroll. Your insurance should only cost, I would say, anywhere from $6,000 to $9,000 for the year. That can be paid monthly. So you're at $500 to $800 a month for your insurance. That's where you should be. I know that may sound kind of expensive, but with the amount of claims that have happened in the industry with people hitting gas lines, not calling locates, that's just kind of where the cost is. Again, usually we can find insurance companies that offer monthly payments, so that helps your cash flow. But again, for $500,000 in sales and about $150,000, $200,000 in payroll, you're not looking at a massive insurance expense there. Obviously, as you grow, the pricing gets way better. It's kind of law of large numbers. After you have 2 to 3 years in business, there's a lot of insurance companies that didn't quote you when you started that have now opened it up. So if you are a bigger directional drilling company, I will say that as you grow, your cost should significantly go down just because there's more premium there in the insurance company. If you're not having claims, they'll continue to decrease those renewals. So as you scale your directional drilling company, your insurance, you need to make sure you're with a partner who's able to scale. So what's the importance of directional drilling insurance and who you should pick as an agent? Well, I'm a little biased. I do own Wexford Insurance, but I will say this. We have insurance companies that a lot of other agents don't have. We're super familiar with the internet service providers and fiber optic companies that are going to be hiring you. And if they don't hire, if you don't have the right insurance, they won't let you on the job site. They won't let you get paid, and you'll be stuck out, in the cold after doing all the work, spending all the money without getting paid because your insurance agent didn't understand the insurance requirements. Again, we see 2 to 3 directional drillers a week from a new business perspective. A lot of agents see them once a year, so they don't really know what they're doing. Also, from a service standpoint, I feel like we have the best service in the industry. If you ask for a certificate during working hours, we get back to you within an hour. If it's after working hours, it's the first thing the next day. We want to make sure that you get paid right away. So as always, if you feel like you're overpaying, you feel like you're not being advocated for, we can take a look at it, see if you're overpaying, get you a quote right away. Usually it takes about the same day, if not one day, for us to get you a quote. So we're very quick, very fast. We understand this industry. In the link below, you can request a quote, or you can call us. I'll put the phone number in there as well. We have a great team of agents that can help you right away. Again, we're nationwide in all 48 states except for Alaska and Hawaii. Give us a shot. Thank you so much.